want them to do their math review first, or is this?
No.
First? Okay. So put your flip over your paper, and put your pencils down, because we're gonna do a number talk, and you don't need any pencil or paper.
Okay. You can click it twice.
Here.
Or you can click it once. Twice is good. Okay. So put your pencils and paper away.
Oops, sorry.
It's okay. Put your pencils and paper away. We're gonna solve a math problem mentally. It's not like mental math where you have steps to follow to solve. You're just gonna solve it however you solve it, and that's okay. When you have an answer, put a thumb up on your chest so I know you're done. If you have time, you can try and solve it a different way, or you can just stick with what you originally did. We're gonna, once everybody's done, we're gonna, start over. So we're doing a number talk, and you're gonna solve this problem mentally in your head, Jackson, okay? When you have your answer, put your thumb up. We're gonna go through everybody's, unless you didn't do it, because it is a little bit tricky. But you're gonna share your answers only, and then we're gonna go over how you got that answer, okay? So the question is 185 plus 457. So in your head, no pencil or paper.
Can we use our finger to round it?
Try to do it in your head. Give me a thumbs up when you got it. And there's no right or wrong way to find the answer. You just try. We're gonna go ahead. If you got the answer, raise your hand. Dylan, what did you get?
I got 642.
Same.
Okay. Raise your hand if you got something different. Okay, cool. We all got the same answer. So Dylan, what did you do in your brain to get
So
that
I
number?
added 7 plus 5, which was 12. I carried the 1. And then I add the 1 to the 8, which would be 9. Then 9 plus 5 would be 14.
Carry the
Then
one.
I did 5 plus 1, or 4 plus 2 equals 6.
So you lined it up and you just solved row by row.
Yep.
Remember to put
The one. Yeah. Who solved it differently? Mackenzie, how did you solve it?
So, what I did is kind of like the same as you, but a little different. So,
What'd you do?
I did, I put 7 plus 5
Okay.
equals 12. I put the 12 on the bottom.
Did what?
I put the 12 on the bottom, and then,
Oh, I see how she did it.
oh yeah.
What do you mean
She
12?
added each number up, so
She
it would be
Oh, like you did 12
7
right
plus
here.
5, and then 5 plus 8, and then 4 plus
And the
1,
tens
and then
digit?
you add them all up.
I didn't
Would it
actually
be like
think about
80 plus 50?
Yeah.
And then you did 4 plus 1?
Yeah.
I mean 400 plus 100? And then you add it all three together? Okay.
I actually didn't think about that.
Who did something else? Jackson, what'd you do?
So what I did was I, thought of like how you kind of where there was a teacher that taught us this thing where it was like a plus sign and you put 4 parts.
Okay, can you explain more?
But so what I did was I didn't use the 4th part, so I did 3, and then once I figured out those 3 parts, I added them together.
Okay.
It doesn't really make
Yeah,
sense.
I'm having a hard
but-
time, like, to write it out. What were the steps? Can you tell me again?
So you would have a plus. Say you would basically have a plus sign.
Okay.
It's kind of like the box method, except it's not the box.
Right.
And then you kind of don't. You can some. It's an option. It's optional to use the 4th one, or if you don't need it.
Mhm.
So I basically didn't use that one, and I figured out what the 3 parts were. So I did it kind of like Dylan's, like
Okay.
row by row, and then I added them together.
Okay.
It was like 2 different strategies.
It was kind of like Mackenzie's and Dylan's put together.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm having a hard time visualizing what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to visualize it because it was hard for me to think of it at first because it was really, really confusing to get that in 3rd grade.
I'm just thinking.
But you got the same answer?
Huh?
But you got the same answer?
Yes.
Okay. How did you solve, Oscar?
I solved it by, I was thinking about the tens blocks, the ones block, and the hundreds. I was thinking, because I always remember that since like, I think 3rd, and it's always stuck in my head because I can always like remember and
So you saw the numbers visually?
Mhm.
So you pictured
And,
5?
I got 632, and then
Okay.
and then I was like, wait a minute, because I got mixed up with the 7, and I thought it was like,
Yeah, you didn't carry the 1?
yeah,
So you got 6
yeah.
That makes sense.
And then I did it again, and then I got 642.
Okay. Did anybody else solve it differently? Did anybody make the numbers easier to work with by adding?
Okay.
I can show you how I would have solved it. So in my head, we have 185, that's a pretty number, because it's got a 5. And then we have 457. Well, I would have added 3 to this number to make it 460. And then I just have to add 185 and 160.
Oh.
Wow.
So you technically round.
But if I add 3 to this number, I have to add 3 to this number. Because we want to end up with the right number.
And you could also do another way. I found.
How's that?
You can round.
Round?
Oh, yeah, you could.
And you can get approximately that answer.
You can.
Yeah, you can get an approximation.
85 on the bowl.
No, wait.
Yes.
How did you know
5
to
and
put that
7.
3 there?
Because what you do to one number, you have to do to the other number.
Yeah, but how did you know to put that 3?
Oh, because I know that 57 plus 3 is 460. Or 60.
Well, 7 plus 3 is 10.
7 plus 3? Yeah, so this would be 0. And then that would.
I thought I was wrong for a
60.
second. I was thinking that was
So I like to make my numbers easier. Because 7 plus 5 is kind of confusing.
because 4 plus 3 is 7.
Okay? The point here is to show you guys that you can solve many different ways and still get the same answer.
And that's,
Pretty much
I
it.
personally don't take my advice. 'cause
Thank you for doing